Welcome to the Love Hub channel, where we discuss matters of the heart and give relationship advice to women. In today's episode, we are going to talk about the signs you are traumatized. Many women are in toxic relationships or have been in one, and the trauma that you experience from that can cling to you for many, many years. Sometimes you don't even realize that there's still a lot of pain and anger inside you, and it may cause you to act negatively towards the people around you, even towards yourself. So it's important for us to take note of the signs of trauma. We need to recognize the signs of trauma before we can heal. Now remember, ladies, we are not professional experts. We're just here to give you some information that we've learned through experience and through our own research. If you feel that you are dealing with something that is extremely overwhelming, emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever it is, please don't be afraid to reach out to mental health professionals. There are many people out there that can help you in your journey of healing. Don't be afraid to seek out help. We all need it. Now remember, the Love Hub is a judgment-free zone. We don't judge women here. We are your safe space. Now let's get to the topic. Number 1, you seem to have less empathy. You feel that you're not able to emotionally connect with another person. You find that your demeanor has changed. Sometimes people are not aware of these changes in themselves, but others notice that you have a harsher tone, your body language is different, or your decision making is less than rational. Some have even stated that it feels that they are so numb that they're just not able to build connections with people anymore. These are signs of possible emotional disturbance or trauma. Number 2, your sleeping patterns and appetite has changed for the worse. Some nights, it's hard for you to fall asleep. You feel that your mind is in an overdrive and you just can't shake it all off. Other nights, all you do is just want to sleep. You feel so tired, you're so fatigued, and you end up missing work the next day because you overslept. There are times where all you want to do is eat. You just find yourself eating more and more. It's also possible that you just completely lose your appetite and you don't eat much for days on end. If you are experiencing any of these troubling symptoms, maybe it's time for you to look into counseling. See if there's something deeper that is troubling you, that it's not just some kind of physical ailment where you're not really eating or you're eating too much and you can't sleep, you feel like you have insomnia. You really need to reach out to professional help. Anytime that there are changes that negatively impact you physically, emotionally, and mentally, you need to seek assistance. It's important for us to take care of our well-being. And if you feel that it's all changed for the worse, then maybe it's time for you to reach out to someone who can help you. Number 3, you can't seem to hold back the tears. There will be moments where you're having a great day, you're not really feeling sad and lonely, but the second you get home, you start crying and you don't really understand why. Nothing terrible happened that day, but all of a sudden, you feel terrible, you feel lonely, you feel lost. When we're dealing with trauma, some of us lose the strength to cope with challenging situations. Even regular day-to-day life is intensified. Everything feels so stressful. It feels like it's just too much. So it's understandable that you probably find yourself crying in front of colleagues, friends, or even random strangers sometimes. We don't really realize how overwhelmed we are until it hits us. Trauma doesn't have a time frame, it doesn't have a schedule, and we really need to dedicate the time to work hard so that we can go on a successful journey of healing. Number 4, you isolate or respond differently in crowds. If you find yourself wanting to stay home and away from people, calling off work because you just need time to sort yourself out, you may be experiencing symptoms of emotional turmoil. You want to avoid important activities like grocery shopping, even though you don't have any food left in the fridge. You don't even want to hang out with your friends and family anymore. You refuse to go see movies with them. You refuse to show up to important occasions. So please, if you feel alone, reach out to people who will be there for you. And if you feel that everything is already too overwhelming, don't be afraid to seek professional help. You can overcome your trauma. You can lead a happy and fulfilling life. Number 5, you find yourself exhausted or lacking in motivation. When you experience too much stress or you feel depressed, the emotional and mental exhaustion that you're feeling may be due to trauma that you have experienced in your life. Number 6, you get irritated easily by everything. Yes, everyone gets angry, everyone gets irritated, but we're talking about going beyond the normal baseline. A significant symptom includes if you are one that does not normally get frustrated and now you find yourself screaming at the little things. It could be one of the negative effects of trauma. Number 7, you seem to be easily distracted and you tend to just lose things. This one is a hard one because we always lose something at some point, and that doesn't mean that we are emotionally drained or suffering from trauma or depressed. But if you find yourself in a confusing pattern of being unable to focus on even the simplest of tasks or being distracted by almost every single thing, then it's possible that you are dealing with the signs of trauma. Remember, when you are suffering emotionally and mentally because of too much trauma that has happened in your past, don't be afraid to reach out to people and even seek professional help if you really feel that you need it. You deserve to be happy. Number 8, you experience nightmares or flashbacks. Traumatic events seem to mess with your mind and you relive it in your dreams, or even while you're awake. Certain sounds, smells, or places cause you to experience the trauma again. So please, if you are under emotional and mental distress, please reach out to people who can help you. Don't be afraid to seek out professional help. Speak to a therapist, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, anybody who is licensed and trained to help you deal with your trauma. It is not shameful to seek professional help. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be free from all this pain and resentment and anger. You can live a happy and fulfilling life, but you need to give yourself a chance. You deserve it. Remember, we at the Love Hub are not mental health professionals. We're just people like you who have also dealt with a lot of pain and anger in our lives. We want to give you the support that you need. Until next time.